Today I'm testing out Z.AI, a free Chinese chat model that has been storming the internet lately, and I wanted to test its AI image generator that not many people are talking about. It is completely free, and I wanted to see how well it works for creating print-on-demand designs. So this Z.AI is powered by GLM image technology, and it's completely free to use, like I said. I'm curious to see if this tool can actually generate quality designs that you can use for print-on-demand products like t-shirts, mugs, wall art, and more. And let's see what this can do. So just go to chat.z.ai or simply enter Z.AI in Google, and it will take you to this interface. You just need to sign up for free using your Google account. And as you can see, you can use different features on the main menu: AI slides, full stack, magic design, write code, deep research. So the Z.AI can do all of that. However, they have launched recently a new interface that is dedicated for image generation, and it's the image.z.ai, and you will find it on your left menu. If not, just type image.z.ai and it will take you there. So I'm going to press on it, and this will take us to a completely new different interface that is dedicated for image generation. So there are some reference images in the background that you can see, and you can use their prompts to generate similar images. Just make sure to connect your account using the login button at the top. And the interface of the Z.AI image platform is very simple: a prompt box or a prompt window where you need to enter your prompt, and you can an aspect ratio window, and the resolution you can choose between 1K and 4 and 2K, and there's this window where you need to check the no watermark button. So it's very simple, nothing complicated, just a couple of features. Again, the ratio, the quality, and the no mark button. So I'm going to enter my first prompt. I'm going to leave the prompts that I'm using in the description. I want to test different styles with text and without text. So my first prompt is talking about a panda, a design of a panda illustration with some text. And once you press on the generate, you can see that it will take you to another window showing all your previous generations on the right and the current generation in the middle. And what I have noticed is that it takes about 30 seconds to generate an image, which is not bad for image generation models. And the first result is the panda powered design that I have asked to do. The quality and the style of the generation is very nice. I like how it looks. It can definitely be used for print on demand, and you can easily remove the background without problem. So the text is not perfect. As you can see, it's just simple text. I would prefer to generate images without it. So I'm going to press on this generate similar, but this time I'm going to remove the text from my image and press on generate. I'm keeping my ratio to 3:4. These are the previous images that I have generated, and this time within 20 seconds I got this image. Also, the quality is of the graphics, of the style of the images is very good. I don't know which model it is using. So I'm going to press on the download button to download it. It also downloads the images in PNG format. So far the first test is okay. Let's use another prompt to generate another image. This is the prompt. I'm going to ask it to generate a highly detailed vector style illustration of a shark character wearing short and boxing gloves just for fun, and press start generation. This time I'm using the aspect ratio of 1:1. I'm keeping the upscale level to 1K because the 2K takes longer time. So this is the result I got. So the image also looks okay, but I don't like there are some shadow at the bottom on the background. So this is not perfect. Maybe it's because of the prompt that I'm using. So I'm going to do some changes in the prompt. I'm going to ask it to wear a red short, and I'm going to remove the shading text, shading for depth that I mentioned before. I don't want this shading. Probably this is the reason why there is some shading in the background, and this usually is not perfect for using for vectoring this image. When you decide to convert it to vector, this is not ideal. So I'm generating a new image now after tweaking the prompt a little bit, and just 20 seconds later I got much cleaner and much better image, clear lines. I always like to use this style for printing, very clear vector style images. So this also looks great. So let's press on the generate similar, which adds the prompt directly to the prompt box. And I'm going to change the pose or write a different part in my prompt to make the shark character look a little bit aggressive and look directly to the camera. And let's see how the text is going to look like. I added a part that mentions to add graffiti text on the wall behind the shark character and press on the generate button, and this is the final result. The text is not perfect, as you can see, just some random letters on the wall, and it doesn't look like a graffiti style that I was looking for. So the image itself looks nice, but the text is not ideal. Anyway, you can still remove it if you use a remove background but feature on another platform. So this is the image. However, I noticed that some of the generations of this GLM image generator creates a sort of very transparent or semi-transparent grid at the background in gray. I'm going to show you this grid on another image. So this time I'm using a different prompt to generate a cartoon dinosaur design with text, very colorful. The prompt is asking for a colorful design. So this is the image that I got. I think this one is very clean. The text is okay, not perfect, but usable. So you can do some trials if you would like to use a specific text. But for me, I prefer to use only graphics on this platform and edit or add the text on another platform. So let's press on the generate similar, and this time I'm going to remove the words or the text, the part where it says add text from the prompt. Actually, let's change the whole prompt and use a new one. And this prompt is asking only for an image, not a text. However, I think I added just a part where it says include playful slogan text. So it's probably going to generate a random text on the image. This time I'm using the ratio of 3:4, and here is the image. The graphics looks nice, but as you can see, there are some like a texture style or texture like background on all the image. I did not ask for it, or maybe the prompt does, but I have noticed that this happened from time to time on the generations, where it generates an image with some very, very transparent lines in the background, either like a grid or just simple lines. So let me download the image and open it to show you what I'm talking about. So here you can clearly see these lines even on the background, and I did not ask for it. Maybe this is what the model considers as texture. So I'm going to play with the prompt to see if I can have a cleaner result. I don't see any problem with the prompt. It doesn't say anything that could have made it to generate this kind of lines. However, I decided to remove all the part that talks about the background and press on the generate button, and here is the result. I think the result is much cleaner than before. I don't see the lines like I saw it before, these lines, and this is the downloaded image. Well, you can still see some grid effect in the background and on the dinosaur very little, but it's not completely gone. So the image is really nice, but you can see that it has two tails here. It still needs to be fixed, but you can see it's like a half-tone effect or dots on the image. So it does not completely generate clean results. You have to play with it to make sure that you get the perfect result. But let me try to use a new prompt where I'm asking to create a vintage style photograph of a raccoon cat wearing sunglasses playing with cards. So this is supposed to be a photorealistic image, no illustration, no cartoon style. Just want to see how this is going to work, and this is the result. Honestly, I expected something better in different quality, maybe better image generation, but it's acceptable as a free tool to use. And here you can see some of the images that I have previously generated. So for print on demand, I think the images look okay, but you need to make sure that upscaling the image or converting it to vector would solve the issues of the lines, the generated lines in the background. So here I'm going to test it if it understands copyrights. If I am adding a band name, for example, in the prompt, would it still generate an image? So this is a prompt that is describing a t-shirt of the band Iron Maiden for an album. And as you can see, it accepted the prompt without problems. Some AI image models, they refuse to proceed whenever the prompt has a name of a figure or celebrity due to copyrights, but this one acted normally. So this is the generated image. Apart from the text, I think the image looks fine. I like the style, and I think once it is upscaled, it would be great, and even the background can be removed without problems. And this is also another result that I have created, but in different style. I like this result also, but this is not the best for print on demand. It was just for fun. So this time I'm using another prompt of a skeleton riding a bicycle. This prompt clearly says that the skeleton is white with a faded texture, and I want the style to be fun and cartoonish. So this is the result that I got with my last prompt. I think the result looks good, but let me open the downloaded file. Again, if we zoom in, we can see that there are some like halftone effect all over the image in the background, which is not ideal once you convert this image to vector. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go to Recraft. So I'm using 𝗗𝗓𝗏 to convert my images to vector. You can sign up for free, and you can also convert your images to vector for free. I think they give you like a limited number of trials per day. So just open your Recraft dashboard, upload the image, and once it is uploaded, just press on the vectorize button at the top, and this will convert your image to vector. So we are going to see if these halftone effect dots are visible once we convert the image to vector. So let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, they are still visible on the skeleton, as you can see, and on the background. So this is not a perfect result using the Z.AI image generator. From time to time, it generates this halftone style. So you need to make sure that your generated image does not have anything like that. So let me change the prompt. I'm going to use the prompt as is, but this time I'm going to delete any part that is talking about texture. Maybe this is the reason why it keeps generating these halftone effects. I mentioned faded texture in the prompt, so I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to change part of the prompt, and this time I'm going to write red cowboy hat instead of red helmet, and press on generate. So this is the result. Let me download it and see how it looks once we zoom in. So I think this is a much better result. Yeah, the image is not upscaled. So I'm going to upscale the image using a free image upscaler called 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗓 because they offer, or they provide you an option to upscale up to 4 times for free. So let's upscale this skeleton image to see clearly if we have this halftone dots visible. So this is the upscaled image. I'm also going to download it and zoom in on it. I think this one looks perfect. And this is the downloaded image. Looks perfect. Doesn't have any halftone effects. And the image after upscaling looks very crisp. And you can easily remove the background from this image. So this is a perfect result using the Z.AI image generator. You need to make sure that when you generate images that your results do not have any texture or effects on the background, unless this is part of your design, of course. So that was a quick tutorial on how you can use Z.AI image generation model to generate images for print on demand. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe for future tutorials. Thanks for watching.